Greetings and welcome back to From the Depths and to the Ever song currently, which has been undergoing a little bit of an update. Now, since the last time I played, quite a few things had changed in the patches, but I hadn't actually spent enough time to read the changes that had come through before I jumped straight into recording and tweaking the Ever song. And as a result, a few more tweaks were necessary, so it still isn't up on the workshop yet, but thanks very much to all of the suggestions I received in the comments. I have implemented a few of them. Now, first and foremost, I've cut down the amount of AIs that are in the bridge. These are simply the missile AIs, so Channel 1, Channel 2, they control the left and the right missiles. All of the settings have been copied over correctly. The AI for the main gun and the AI for the ship itself have been combined. Now, I've pushed back the ammo barrels quite a lot, so they're in their own little section back here, and I might even extend that a little bit more. But we have a combined naval, main AI and naval gun. Now, the reason for this, someone pointed out a very good bit of advice. The ship was choosing its targets and trying to broadside against that particular target based on its prioritization, which was independent from all of the weapons. Now, I did that specifically. I intentionally kept the weapons separate. I didn't want them all on the same AI, because if you take out that one AI, you disable all of the weapons. Whereas if you take out the naval AI, you just disable the propulsion of the ship, but don't shut down the weapons. Now, that makes sense for the missile systems, which typically are independently targeting. The left and the right are going for different types of targets, and they're built for long-range engagements. Whereas the broadsiding, the naval sort of combat AI, doesn't really have the sort of range that I'd be looking for and I wouldn't really want to be approaching anything that my missiles were firing on. I'd kind of want to be keeping distance from them. However, my main gun is built for much closer quarters combat and is more directionally aware. It can only fire at a certain direction. So, that is now hooked up to the naval AI. The ship will try to pick a target and will sail toward, or rather sail in relation to that target. It'll pick its direction, the broadside angle, things like that, and the main gun should be able to engage as a result. It'll always be keeping its main gun in mind when sailing. I've also added the aim point selection algorithm to this main AI, and the tracker association algorithm is now hooked up to the tracker. I also have radar on there. I'm not sure the radar's really necessary as yet, but the antenna which changes fog of war, now that may be necessary. You'll also notice I've added a bank of compact repair tentacles on each side. Ooh, I've messed that little bit up though. That was a bit of a pain. Let me quickly fix that. Also, back here, I've got a very small little missile warner system, just to help with the rear-facing missile defense systems. Now, we want lightweight metal alloy, and there we go. That's all correct now. As you can see, I've done a fair bit of work up here, though. Just to cover, this is all now connected to the radar, the tracker. They're all being piped through on channel 3. And one last thing, someone suggested I make this a precision turret. Now, I understand why you thought it wasn't, because it is wobbling when we're in motion. But it is a precision turret. I double-checked that by deleting the entire turret and rebuilding it, ensuring that I was using the precision turret mount, and it still wobbles in relation to the ship. So it's probably just a graphical thing, because it has no problems turning whatsoever. So I can only assume that it's working correctly. Now, over here, I've increased this up. So we've got our larger array of missile defense lasers right at the top there. So we've got a very large, wide-angle laser defense, missile defense system. But now, this, again, was a suggestion. I think it was just said offhand, really. Oh, you need to build an antenna to get rid of the fog of war. It would be kind of cool if it was put on a spin block. But, my lord, what a fantastic idea that was. I mean, I can think of nothing more awesome than having a radar dish that's spinning. Now, I have not much idea how all of this works. So we've got the strategic antenna. Allows observation of enemy fleet movements on the map and removes the fog of war. Best placed up high, connect dish segments onto the base of this antenna to increase the signal strength. Okay, so I place the antenna there, and what? Then I just connect dish segments here? Maybe? Like that? No? Like this? Oh, I see. Maybe I need to orientate it like this, perhaps? Oh, no, they orientate however they want to, it seems. Very well. Is this gonna... No, I mean, that makes more sense for it to be angled out like that. I see what it's going to do. I've got a better idea now of what I need to do. Sorry, that was a little bit derpy of me. But let's build this up. At least I hope I've got an idea now, because I've just mentioned it was a bit derpy of me before. It'll be even more derpy if it's still wrong. Now, what we are going to want is for this spin block to come all the way up. We are going to want a little bit of an angle on this, but not quite there. I want this rotated around like so. We're going to go back to editing the hull for a second. Place this there. So we're going to have a little bit of a cage for our main antenna. And this is all going to be built on a tall spin block which can properly fit the antenna on it. Now, what I'm thinking is something about yay high, maybe? With the antenna poking out there. Let's see what this has. Now, I'm not sure if having more than one would make any difference. Possibly not, I'm thinking. But we'll see. Alright, now we want the dish pieces attached... Oh, no, that's in the wrong place. To the base, not in front of the base. There we go. And we'll plop down the mirror line. There we are. It's a little radar dish flower. I'm assuming that it doesn't need more of them, but at the same time, I'm really not sure how that all works. I may need to hit up the wiki for this one, but for the sake of symmetry, I'm going to build another one on the other side. There's no greater force in this universe that'll get me to build stuff inefficiently than symmetry. There we go. I don't really even care if that isn't the way it's meant to be built. Let's add a little bit more embellishment. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. What did I just take away? Oh, right, I've got a mirror line down. I can barely see the particles, so I kept forgetting. Right, and one there, and we'll have an upslope there as well. So that is our strategic antenna. Now, let's, we're gonna need a spin block control, aren't we? So, we're gonna go in here. Actually, first we're gonna edit the hull again. Gonna go all the way back down to the bridge. And we will have the control block. What's this? This is a display. This is a fire control computer. We need something else entirely. Control. Automated control block. Yes. That is exactly what we need. And we'll tuck this in about here. There we are. And we want... activate on ACB, taking damage. Activate on spawning. Activate when altitude greater than something. Activate every input seconds. Activate if object in front within input meters. No object in front within input meters. Activate if vehicle health is less than input percent or greater than input percent. Greater than 0. Basically, if this thing is alive, do this. Control all spin blocks. Set rotation speed to... let's put it to 10. Test. There we go. Now let's go out and see if that has made an effect. There we go. The Eversong has got eyes. Ah, that's fantastic. You know what? I think we'll reduce it a little bit slower. I don't know. I think that a radar dish like that, I really don't know. I mean, that isn't actually that fast, but I kind of want to be able to watch it spin a little bit more. So let's put it down to 5. Test, and then exit out. Has that slowed it down? Oh, I like that. Yes, I like that a lot. Oh, that's glorious. Right, let's exit out of build mode. Go into view mode, and it's actually not making any difference, is it? No. Well, actually, maybe it is. Maybe it's making a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of difference. Maybe we could use this, actually, as a way of testing. Now, this wants it to be put up high, and this is not very high at all. And that makes all sorts of sense. But if we were to add more of these, perhaps, would it make any difference at all? would it in the slightest make a difference? I can only assume it won't. But I mean, these things are fixing into position. Does that? It does. I mean, maybe it is connecting in some way. If I place this here, will it connect on anything? No? Okay. And there. I should have put the mirror line, but I wasn't really expecting it to work. There we go. So, we've got a lot more radar dishes now. Let's come out of build mode and see. Oh, it's made a difference. Okay. Very well. Should we cover this in more radar dishes? Oh, I'm tempted. I am actually tempted to cover it in loads of radar dishes. Radar dishes everywhere. But I think I will resist the urge for now. I'll think of a better way to set that up. But unless... One last test. So we've seen that it does make a bit of a difference. Let's zoom in there. We've got the radar dish active still. Is this going to make even the slightest bit of difference? It doesn't... I don't think it's orientating. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine then. So that is not connected. How about over here? Yeah, that is connected though. Okay. Well, I think it's time for us to pad this out with a little bit more sight range. There we go. This is kind of stupid. I appreciate that it looks atrocious, but it'll probably work okay. Could I place some in here? Would they rotate? I don't think so. Maybe. No? Maybe not? No. I don't think they're actually having an effect. I think it's just basically you need a radar dish flower of a sort coming off. But it looks stupid. I don't care if it works well at this point. No. Stupid looking radar dish. I refuse. It looked kind of okay before. Not anymore. Well, I know this is terrible. I'm making stupid decisions based purely on looks. This is not how a war machine is made to be built. But damn it, the Eversong deserves to be as pretty as anything else. There we go. That still looks derpy, but at least it's a little bit better. Okay then, so we have worked out how that all slots together there. And I think at this point we're more or less ready with the Eversong. I'll probably paint it off screen. I'm not going to do that on screen, but I will save this new constructible as Kunanun Mark 13. Or rather version 13, I should say. And let's go ahead and change this back to the HMS Eversong. There we go. Nick recently asked me if there was any particular ideas I had for the game that I should let him know. Perhaps I will actually mention that. Is there a way that we could have the christened name of a vessel be distinct from its class name? Because I know it's a simple thing, but it really would make me happy. Genuinely, it would. I would be so happy with that. Okay, right. Well, I think the Eversong can go back out of play. And that fleet can be on its way. We have spent quite a lot of time there. Now, let's zoom right out. The Eversong's got a decent radar range. Though it's clear now that I need to be sticking radars all over my other vehicles. Oh, man. Right. You've made your way to where I told you to go. That's good, but... Wow. I need scout aircraft. This is clear to me. Maybe I could add a strategic antenna to the Tangi. Let's go warp over to this and then bring the Tangi into play. There we go. Forces. Tangi. Warp to chair. Now, Tangi, you like to be up high, and I like you being up high. What I think I need... Well, you know, I mean, the Tangi can easily get out of the water without that rotor blade on there. I mean, it helps a little bit, but... Maybe I should just have a radar up there instead. Or, I could just flat out build a radar down here. There's no particular reason why I couldn't. Maybe I will do that instead. Maybe down there? Just tuck it in underneath the chin of the vehicle? Or, even, we could build it up here. Instead of this light, we could have a radar. That would actually work quite well, I think. Let's do that. So, we want the radar sticking out there. We then want radar dishes here. If I move to the side and place it, it'll let me know if it's right, because it'll reorientate. There we are. The only thing is, we have to break up its nose a little bit to have that radar. But that might actually work out well for us in the long run. It has changed the front a little bit, but well, I'm not sure that it matters too much that I've done that. Though perhaps having this long area back here is no longer necessary. So let's replace that, shall we? There we go, and same up here. There we are. Alright, that looks fairly good, actually. Now, I could turn you on, but before I do, where is your AI? It's all very, very tightly packed down here. We've got the aerial movement AI, we've got the target prioritization AI, aim point selection, tracker, target association algorithm. We don't have a tracker, so that's going. We are, however, going to place a new card here. We want the propulsion balancing. This card will allow AI to balance thrusters of an aircraft or ship, and that is what I want. Balance the thrusters. Though you've only got one, not as necessary really for you. Perhaps I could place more. I'm not sure. But I think, given the new block balance, perhaps I could have a Tangi or two Tangis with each Kunanun fleet. And they could act as rather awesome scouts, because they like to be very, very high up. And I'm pretty happy for them to be high up. Right, let's go ahead and save this constructible. So the Tangi needs to be saved. There we go. Saving over Tangi. It means I'm going to have to update the Steam Workshop with that one. And this one needs the designation set back up. Now, a couple of people pointed out some things, and I was like, oh my god, of course. RAF, Royal Air Force. I can't believe that one managed to slip by me, but, oh well, it did. There we go. So this is now the RAF Tangi. And I think I'm going to have you go and join. Yes, I think we should. Let's go back out. Tangi, go join the Kunanun. Oh, Tangi. There we are. Join Kunanun. Hi. Really? Can you only... What? Hang on. That's craziness. That's crazy sauce. We know you can do better than that. Okay, we need to send you there regularly. Come on, AI. Go. Engage? Yes? No? No? Not engage? Not going anywhere? Okay. Combat? There we are. Take to the skies! And assume... Actually, perhaps I could turn around fleet move. Mode AI will follow fleet move orders and return to formation. Okay, no. Go back to combat. Go right up into the sky until the game realizes that you can do that. Then, we will... once it's understood how high you can go, we'll send you out. While you're doing this little test... In fact, maybe I should just go ahead and jump over to the Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong coming to play. Also, let me board you. Let me warp to the chair. Now, that should have put me in the Sun Wukong. And where's the Tangi? Tangi's over there. Zoom in. Is the Tangi turning? It's trying to. And it's not doing it very well. Maybe I do need to put those other thrusters on it so that you can use them to try and turn. Not sure. It's turning really poorly. It's just zooming off into the great blue beyond, really. Okay, let's pull you out, because a lot of things have changed. Let's get you back here. Now, I know you can be fairly high up, but let's get you just down towards the bottom there. I'm going to set up the Sun Wukong to build another Tangi just as soon as the Tangi gets over here. Then we will split them up and send one with the Eversong, one with the Kunanun, and we should be good. Kununun, why don't you head up there for now? There we are. Okay, looks like I've got a little bit of a redesign to do on the Tangi, but I think I'll fiddle around with that off camera because it's just going to be placing different combinations of thrusters to try and get it so that it can turn again, since the change to the way thrusters works has changed that a little bit under our feet. But when we return, the Tangi should be able to fly once more, and I will start working on a sibling, name it, and send it out to join the Kun, Anun, and the Eversong. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I do hope you will be joining us for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.